All right, calculating your fourth quarter grade. This grading setup got kind of crazy because our lab notebook category turned into labs, homework, notes. We took grades on notes, questions, everything. That's kind of where all of our grades have been dumped into, was that lab notebook category. So this is currently the only category that you have a grade in. You can go check that out on Schoology. Just expand the fourth quarter. You can see all of that. Our test is going to be our final project. You have one project that is yet to be assigned, and it will be in the test category. So that's one of the reasons why I want to go through this. You will have one test. It will be your final project. Okay, so what that means for calculating your grades. Most of you have been keeping up with your work. You've been getting things turned in. So your lab notebook grade is really high. So we'll say it's 95. Some of you even higher. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We can use that we get from Schoology to help us figure out your grade. So we're going to take 95 times 0.4 because 40% is 0.4 as a decimal. I'm going to do this two different ways. So I'm going to go the first way. I'm going to help you to figure out what do you need to get on your final project in order to get your goal. So if your goal is an A, a very high A, let's say your goal is to get a 99 in this class, what do you need to get on your final project in order to make that work? So calculator time, 95 times 0.4, doing a little algebra now. And I'm showing all of my steps so that you can, oops, I subtracted 38 from each side. I get 61. Now I'm going to divide by 0.6. So if you have a 95% right now, you want to get a 99, you would have to get a 102% on your final project, which means it must be absolutely out of this world amazing. It's the only way you're going to get above a 100. So I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I'm going to say getting above a 100 will not be very common. So that is one scenario. Let's do another scenario. Let's say you have been slacking and let's go with a 70. Your current grade is a 70, which means you're passing as of right now, but you have the final project to do. Let's see what that looks like. So 70 times 0.4 plus x times 0.6. And again, let's say your goal is just to pass. So, 0.4 times 70 is 28. So your, not surprising, project, if all you want to do is pass, needs to be a 70. The other type of calculation you can of course do, which I think is the one that everyone does, is okay, my homework grade is awesome. It's a 98 homework grade. Let's say I quit and I get a 25 on my final project. What will that do to my quarter grade? Again, this is just for your quarter grade. I will show you how to calculate your semester grade in just a little bit. So this is assuming you get a 25% on your final project. Again, your final project will be recorded as a test grade. Okay, what happened? Oh, that should be a plus sign. There we go. All right, so don't do this because you get a 52. If you have a 98 in your lab notebook grade, but you decide to bomb the project, you will fail, which means you do not get any science credit for chemistry for the second semester. Okay, one last one. Again, most of you are doing an awesome job, so we'll assume your lab notebook grade is high, and let's say you at least get, we'll go with an 83. What's that going to do to your grade? I just want you to be aware of how this works. You will end the year with an 89 if you get an 83 as your final project. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what kind of work you still need to do to put into this final project so that you can keep your grade where you want it, or so that you can improve your grade